What is up, you guys? It is Nerd Nation Films, and today, I just got back from the theater and seeing Avengers Infinity War. Now, we have been hyping this movie longer than we even realized. Like, ever since 2012, Avengers, that after credit with Thanos, we have been waiting for this movie. And I will tell you right now, we have not overhyped this. I have seen some people talking about overhyping it. We have not overhyped this film. Okay, so I'm doing a review here. So I'm not going to go into really major plot details or anything like that. I will do a little bit of a spoiler section at the end of this. I will have a big warning, so don't worry about it. If you haven't seen it, just leave before then. But I'm not going to go into, like, exact plot specifics. I will mention some things that blew my mind and some things I really, really liked about the film that will be spoilers later. But first, I kept saying to myself through the whole film, do not be mad if, say, Rocket, for example, because he's my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy member, doesn't get as much to do or that much screen time. I don't be mad if my Iron Man fanboyism is not fulfilled. You know, if Spider-Man is kind of like, because there's so many characters. You get where I'm going. Not all of them can share the spotlight. It's not like an Iron Man movie where it's all Iron Man. It's not like a normal Avengers movie that we have just a few members. But this is Thanos' movie. They should have, I'm not saying this is a joke, but Thanos Infinity War. It's really Thanos' film. He has been waiting 10 years, practically, to be seen outside of an after credit. And Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't really even count. But he has waited so long. And he has got to here. Now we need to realize that this is his moment to shine. Man. But anyway, just keep that in mind. But do I think that this film delivered on the hype? Yes. They went back to, there's a lot of things like the comics. There's things that are from Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War. I wouldn't really say Infinity Crusade, but they drew from all kinds of comics, Thanos Quest and all that. And they made a beautiful story. And it's something that the Russos also built themselves, and Foggy and all of them. They made this film. It's not just a ripoff of the comics. So if you read the books, don't expect that you're going into this and just expect to know what's going to happen. But here's my spoiler label. Well, before I put the big spoiler warning, this is not really that much of a spoiler. But oh man. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a spoiler. So, let's put the spoiler warning here. You have been warned. Are you still here? Good. So, ever since, how long has it been? Thor. Ever since Thor, when we got introduced to the Tesseract, this has been building since then. Even longer. They've had this in the pipe for a long time. We have been slowly getting introduced to all the stones. And here we are. Thanos collects the stones, right? I will say now, this is a spoiler warning, so here you go. He gets all the stones, right? By the end of this, he does have a complete gauntlet. If you haven't seen it and you're still here, that's your fault. But ever since then, let's get back to what I was saying. But ever since Thor, we have been building to this. We have seen characters get, like, attached to these stones, quite literally and figuratively. Like, literally being Vision's case, with it in his head. That is him. In the film, they have to work to take it out, and they destroy it. Thanos rewinds time, gets it, it's awesome. But all the characters have seen stones, they all know what it is, but none of them, except for the occasional exception with the Guardians, didn't really know this was happening, and then this happens. Iron Man has been dreading the day ever since the attack on New York. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what, like, the film in the beginning was slow, I think. But then it really started picking up. Then, in the second half, it got insane. And at this point, this is something people have been asking for and waiting for a long time, but the Soul Stone. A lot of people have been theorizing about it. We get it answered. And it came in a way I didn't expect. Ever since Captain America, and other films really, but we've had a bad history of villains just getting killed off and just kind of just under the rug. The Red Skull, with the Tesseract, getting teleported off. He died, right? No, he's back. And this blew my mind when there was this guy in the cloak, and he said that the Soul Stone will come at a price, and it's the Red Skull. Oh, man. They didn't do this, but I wanted them to. When he was talking about having paid the price of being with one and touched one before, I think Thanos should have been like, oh yeah, this one, and because he had that one, he was like, yeah, this one, that one. That would have been funny, but the film really does focus a lot on Thanos and Gamora, their relationship, and he sacrifices her to get the Soul Stone. That was insane. But when Thanos gets the full gauntlet, he does that. And half the life in the universe goes away. Half the life is a lot. So characters that we know and love, we're going to die. I'm not going to go into who. I really don't. I'll save that for a discussion. But judging by who actually did die, they're going to fix it somehow. I'm going to talk about, I'll make a discussion later, but I'll talk about exact plot details. I'll go through it. I'll break down that ending. And I will talk about that post-credit scene, after credit, whatever. That was one of the best Marvel has to offer. I would not say it is the best, but it was quite well. We all know what the best one was, Iron Man. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. That one's the best. But I recommend, if you haven't seen it, see it. It's insane. It's definitely the best Avengers film. I do not know if it is my favorite MCU film, because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy, man. The Guardians of the Galaxy is so good. But another thing I really liked about this film was mingling of the characters. I'll get into that more in the discussion again, but with Thor, with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Guardians of the Galaxy meeting Iron Man and all them, Doctor Strange and Iron Man, yeah, that's the matches in heaven. But if you have not seen it, go see it right now. It is the best. Anyway, that will bring my review to a close. I'm going to give it on my reviews, I'm going to do a 0 through 10 ranking. I will give this film a 9.5. 9.5. There you go. It is amazing, and it blew my mind, and I'm still recovering from it. I really need some time to work on my discussion. It's going to be insane. But anyway, this is Nerd Nation Films, signing out.